May of 2018 brought an historic moment, particularly for African American Latter-day Saints.
I can think of 35 years that I've been a member of this church. I've been praying for such a thing.
Donald Harwell, former president of the Genesis Group, was on the front row as President Russell M. Nelson joined arms with national leaders of the NAACP in the church administration building.
The need for people of color to understand where the church really comes from was well stated by President Nelson.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints continues to affirm its fundamental doctrine and our heartfelt conviction that all people are God's precious children and therefore our brothers and sisters.
The NAACP president complimented the church for its efforts to build understanding.
Like the Latter-day Saints, we believe all people and organizations and government representatives should come together to work to secure peace and happiness for all of God's children. It is an historic opportunity where our organizations, both over 100 years old, have finally sat down and began to open up a dialogue.
This is an unmatched moment in my adult life.
Catherine Stokes became a Latter-day Saint just a year after the 1978 revelation on the priesthood. This meeting, she believes, was just the beginning.
I never thought I'd live to hear this day. So I am a happy old lady, and I applaud it, I thank God for it, and I look forward to the work ahead.
Less than a month later, Gladys Knight led the choir as church members celebrated Black Latter-day Saints and the 40th anniversary of the revelation on the priesthood.
The long wait was over.
In the months that followed, these members received temple ordinances and were sealed as families.
The First Presidency and Quorum of the 12 Apostles attended. Alex Boyer led another singing group.
It is my prayer and blessing that I leave upon all who are listening, that we may overcome any burdens of prejudice and walk uprightly with God and with one another in perfect peace and harmony.
It's amazing when you have people of different skin colors and ethnicities and backgrounds standing and praising and joining hand in hand and singing, songs of worship. The spirit was definitely in there.
President Nelson traveled to Detroit in July of 2019 to share a message of unity. The church and NAACP are partnering on an education initiative in several inner cities.
As a society and as a country, we have not yet achieved the harmony and mutual respect.
A goal he believed could be achieved by loving each other as neighbors.
We don't have to be alike or look alike to have love for each other. If we have any hope of reclaiming the goodwill and sense of humanity for which we yearn, it must begin with each of us, one person at a time.
Janetta Williams, president of Salt Lake's NAACP, greeted President and Sister Nelson.
Our national organization have come to realize the work that the church is offering to do, looking at education and humanitarian efforts, and we're very happy about this working relationship.
A brother of another faith tradition.
President Nelson was introduced by Reverend Amos Brown, a student of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The two have developed a warm friendship.
As I locked arms with President Nelson, not as black and white, not as Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints or Baptists, but as children of God who are about loving everybody.
President Nelson hoped his was a message of civility and respect.
Arm in arm and shoulder to shoulder, may we strive to lift our brothers and sisters everywhere, in every way we can. This world will never be the same.
In October 2020 General Conference, President Nelson again addressed racism. President Nelson prefaced his very strong statements about race by reminding Latter-day Saints that each person is equal in God's eyes and that the implications of this truth are profound.
Brothers and sisters, please listen carefully to what I'm about to say. God does not love one race more than another.
And then President Nelson offered heartfelt sorrow and a plea to all Latter-day Saints.
I grieve that our black brothers and sisters during the world over are enduring the pains of racism and prejudice. Today I call upon our members everywhere to lead out in abandoning attitudes and actions of prejudice.
To hear him speak so clearly, so directly, and so emphatically to black members of the church and to the entire church.
Jermaine Sullivan is a stake president in Atlanta, Georgia. He and his family were featured in the film Meet the Mormons. He calls combating racism a challenge, but he has already started.
We decided as a stake to join with other faith-based groups here in the Atlanta area in a faith-based march. And it was a wonderful experience.
In closing remarks, President Nelson said many are talking about a new normal, but urged Latter-day Saints to find it by increasing their faith. Carol Makita, KSL 5 News.